What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ultimate Alpha, and today I have an interesting video to make. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I would really be making this video because I don't even like putting no hater type energy in the world. But recently, I have decided to give the Boruto anime a chance. I'm 10 episodes in, you know what I mean? Nothing too serious, so I felt like this would be a good time to talk about the issues concerning it and why I have decided to not watch it until now. I don't want to seem like I'm coming onto the bandwagon and all this when I've really had real issues with it. To be clear, I have read the manga, but I have not watched the anime until now. So I will be explaining why I decided not to watch the anime and what my issues with the manga are, because I feel like the anime can resolve my issues with the manga. So without further ado, let's get into it. The main issue I have with Boruto, the main thing that bothered me with the anime was the beginning scene with Kawaki and Boruto. And don't get me wrong, that's an amazing scene and I love that scene. But my problem stems from the fact that that scene takes place after a time skip, right? For where we even are in the manga Boruto, right? No matter what, for even what we see in the Shunin exams, that scene has to take place in a time skip after those events. If you even just start at Shunin exams, we start to be introduced to Kawaki, and even after that, like no matter what, you still need a time skip. And this is all cool and fine, right? But the problem to me is in the anime especially. Now, mind you, we had a movie already come out before the anime, right? And the movie was at Shunin exams. What did they decide to do? They gave us that beginning scene and then put us at the academy. Now, don't get me wrong, the academy, so far the 10 episodes I've seen right now, not that bad. But personally to me, it rubbed me the wrong way. Because it didn't feel like, oh, this fight's gonna be crazy. Let's like learn about these characters, and then once we get this, it's gonna be hyped. It felt like, nah, we know we can put out whatever we want, and you guys are gonna watch it because you guys want to see this fight, because this fight looks insane. And like, I'm not gonna lie, they're right, but that rubbed me so wrong, because I'm like, how are you gonna put us at the academy, especially with what we just ended with in the war? I'm like, yo, I think everything got so crazy in the war, and now you're putting us at the academy where they probably won't even know that many jutsus. Like, this is them learning. So that really did not sit well with me. So I was like, nah, I'm not watching this. Why would I watch them at the academy? And especially when you take in that at the time, those episodes were more branded as if they were filler, not as much anime canon. So that term, even though it's been around for a while, I feel like it's become more accepted recently, where anime canon is really anime canon and not just filler. By the time, it felt like, oh no, all that's filler. I'm like, why are we doing this then? That always did piss me off, especially because if you take in from like 2017 until now, again, we have not gone to that scene. And again, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It takes time to get to that point. And for the people who are thinking, well, Naruto Shippuden started with the scene with Sasuke and Naruto, right? That's where like they got the idea. Though that is true, we got that scene in under a year's worth of time. At least anime-wise, I know that for a fact. But we got that scene in like a year's worth of time, max 2 for the manga. It didn't come that it didn't take too long for that, you know what I mean? But for the Kawaki scene, it's already been 4 years. It's already been 4 years. And if you're reading the manga, it's not seeming like it's gonna come too soon right now. There's still so much that would have to happen for it to even make sense. So the Kawaki and Boruto fight looks way more like Naruto and Sasuke's final fight, you know? More so than a mid fight, a second fight, you know what I mean? Or a third fight, or even the first fight between them. And so this just becomes a problem to me again, because you're hyping us up for this moment. And it's like, yes, you're gonna watch this to find out what happens at this moment, what led to this. And I don't know, to me that's just wrong, because it just shows their intention was not necessarily, oh, let's make the best thing that we can do. It was, let's get a bag, let's run up the bag, you know what I mean? Because if you put them at the academy, then there's so much more time, like, oh yeah, you run up the academy, then get in, just to get to where we got to for the movie. And so the other thing I've had a problem with, and this is more of the manga wise, is, and this is why I've decided to give the anime a chance, is even though I read it and there's insane things happen, I feel like I have no emotions towards it. It's really like, I'm reading it. I'm really someone who, when I read a manga, it comes to life for me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the manga to me oftentimes is better than the anime. Or like, I like how they do the animation, but the manga is still cold to me. And yet, the Boruto manga, it feels like they just be doing stuff. I can't lie, but I don't feel it at all. And so that's why recently I decided I'm gonna watch the anime. Maybe the anime will bring the manga to life for me. Maybe I need to hear the characters' voices and sounds, and maybe, you know, that will make me care about the characters more, so it hits me a different way. But so far in the manga, like, even though there have been cool things happen, it's like, you know what I mean? I feel like they're really just doing stuff to get a reaction, not to make the best thing. And another thing that I can't lie bothers me, and this is more in the manga so far, is if you look at the strike, and this is me like, you know, if we're taking Boruto as its own story, I shouldn't be saying this. And I know that they'll probably fix this problem, since I think Kawaki, if he is the villain, will be a great villain. If it ends up being Boruto will be an even better villain. They're both compelling characters, don't get me wrong, but the strength of Naruto, the series, to a lot of people were its villains. Because if you ask a lot of people, what will they tell you? The villains were never wrong, or the villains were broken heroes. Yeah, in the case of the villains in Boruto, bro, they're just aliens who just seem evil for no reason. Like, obviously they're plotting more, but these villains, they come and they go, and we don't really learn much about them. They have cool powers, but we don't really learn much about them. So it's hard to really care about them, especially when that was the biggest strength of Naruto. Yet again, it is its own story, but coming off of being disappointed in the war arc in a way, for it to like digress in that way was like, what are you doing? But now, as it has been years, and we finally have Kawaki being adapted in the anime, I'm deciding to give it a full chance, starting from the beginning, so that I can form my own opinions really about the anime. If I like it, I like it. I hope I do like it. I'm being really honest. I hope I do. Because if I like it, that's just another show that I've enjoyed. And also it makes the whole series better to me, you know? But that was just me explaining why I didn't like it. And hopefully when I finish the anime, I can come back and say how I felt about it. And hopefully I'll have positive things to say. Because I really hope that it is the case. But yeah, guys, this has been what I disliked about Boruto, or why I have not started the Boruto anime. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys, I hope some of you relate. Some of you tell me why you guys actually decided to give it a chance, because personally, I really just cannot. I really cannot. But recently, I have decided to change my mind, and hopefully this will be a good ride. Until next time.